Okay, so it's time for our weekly meal plan episode. If you haven't listened to this before, basically each week on Wednesdays, I put out our meal plan episode, which will share with you what I will be making for my family for the upcoming week, starting on Saturday through the following Friday. That's how I kind of plan my meals. And I think it's really important to have a meal plan for many different reasons, saving time, eating better, not spending a lot of money on takeout, and it's just it helps you also save money on groceries because you're kind of buying for a plan. So that was the reason why I decided to do these, and it can be used to follow along if you like any of the recipes we're making, or maybe it'll give you some ideas, or maybe it'll just motivate you to sit down and make your meal plan. So like I said, it starts on Saturday, and I will share with you where the recipes came from when there are recipes, specific recipe sites, like where I got them from. And the recipes are also on the Facebook page for the podcast, so you can find them there as well. And I will also, I might have just said this, I'll also share with you the name of the website where the recipes can be found if they have a site that they're on as I'm going through the meal plan. So our first day for this meal plan is this coming Saturday, August 15th. Okay, I'm sorry, I also forgot to say this too. This meal plan is really only dinners, with the exception of occasional lunches, which is very rare that I have lunch on the meal plan. We usually just do like leftovers or sandwiches or frozen pizza or something like that. But what just reminded me to say that is this particular Saturday, I do actually have lunch on the meal plan, and that's because generally the weekend after the week that we've had tacos in our meal plan, so like last week we had, or like the week before this meal plan starts, we had tacos. So then what I do is that Saturday we make taco pizza with like frozen pizza to use up the leftover taco meat, lettuce, and tomatoes. So taco pizza is just like where you take frozen pizza and you put the taco meat on it and add like some jalapeno peppers if you like them and bake it in the oven. And then when it comes out, you top it with the cold lettuce and tomato. I know it sounds weird if you've never had it before, but it's actually really good. So we always do that to use up the leftover taco meat so that we know none of that goes to waste. So anyway, I have that on the lunch meal plan for Saturday. So for dinner on Saturday, I do have a repeat from last week because we wound up going to my father's house on one night and he ordered in food for us, so we didn't wind up cooking. So I had to shift a meal from last week into this upcoming week. So that is the best Instant Pot pork tenderloin that was on last week's meal plan. So sorry if you're following along. Unfortunately, that does happen sometimes where I have to shift a meal into the next week's meal plan just based on things that might happen during the week. So that recipe is from thekitchen.com, KITCHN, and it's a really simple pork tenderloin recipe that you can make in the Instant Pot. It comes out really good. You can also do pork tenderloin in the oven too if you don't have an Instant Pot. It does come out, it generally just always comes out good anyway. It comes out really tender, but I do like how it comes out in the Instant Pot if you do have one. And then with that, we're doing air fryer roasted cauliflower and broccoli and easy rice bake casserole. So the air fryer roasted cauliflower and broccoli is from allrecipes.com, and it's basically just a simple, it's supposed to be cauliflower and broccoli mixed together and air fried, or you could roast it in the oven just the same. But I usually buy one or the other just because, I don't know, I usually just kind of rotate just to keep it so it's not like we're not always having the same thing. Like one time I make it, we'll use cauliflower, another time we make it, we use broccoli, so it just kind of mixes it up. And then with that, we're also doing the easy rice bake casserole. That's from foodnetwork.com, and that's like a pretty substantial side dish, which works out well for my one daughter who doesn't eat meat because she can kind of make that partially as her meal with the other vegetable side dish. And it's basically like a baked rice with, it's got like frozen spinach in it, milk, eggs, cheddar cheese, that type of thing. So it's like a rice casserole. So that's Saturday. For Sunday, we are doing Cuban style pork chops. And that recipe is from foodnetwork.com. I don't believe this recipe has been posted on the Facebook site yet, so I will share this one. I usually only share them if they're new, like they haven't already been posted, shared from previous episodes. So those are really good on the grill in the summer. It's like a marinated pork chop and it's stuffed with ham and Swiss cheese. and they're really, really good. They almost feel like a restaurant type food when I make that. And then I'm also doing crispy air fryer sweet potato wedges. They're just like a sweet potato fry basically in the air fryer. Again, that can be made in the oven as well. And then I'm making something called awesome pasta salad, and it's just, you know, like your typical like pasta salad, like with the squiggly noodles and like cherry tomatoes. It's got like pepperoni in it, bell peppers, olives, that kind of stuff. I think I said this already, but that's from allrecipes.com. And I forgot to say the crispy air fried sweet potato wedges are from cookinglight.com. So that is for Sunday. Before I continue, I just want to mention, because I usually always say this at the beginning of the episode and I totally forgot to say this, but the way my meal plan works is that you will find that you'll keep kind of hearing throughout the week's meals will repeat. That's because I use like a simple meal rotation to do my meal plan, and then occasionally I'll switch it up just to kind of keep things changing a little bit throughout the year. But I try and do a very simple rotation. For example, like on Mondays, that's what just reminded me, this coming Monday we're doing hamburgers. But like, so for example, every other Monday we do hamburgers, every other Tuesday we do tacos, and I kind of have things rotating that way throughout my meal plan. That way by the time I get to a week, the meal plan's generally basically written already for me, from me looking ahead and saying, okay, 2 weeks from now I'm making this, and then placing it on that day in the future. So that, you know, if I know hamburgers are every 2 weeks, the night we have hamburgers, I go ahead 2 weeks in the meal plan and I write down hamburgers. So it kind of builds itself. So I just wanted to point that out. If you are going to be making your own meal plan, that's an option. It's totally fine to re-eat the same things like throughout time. Like, you don't have to always be making new recipes. You can kind of do repeats, and it really makes life a lot easier for meal planning. So anyway, back to the meal plan. So Monday is hamburgers. I don't have any special recipe for that. It's just regular hamburgers, just ground beef, some seasoning and stuff, and make them on the grill. And then we're also doing pork and beans, and we're doing a zesty quinoa salad, which I just recently made. It's something I kind of do in the summer, and it came out really good. It's just like quinoa with like an oil and vinegar type base, and cherry tomatoes and black beans. It was really pretty good for like a side dish with the burgers. And then I'm also doing easy oven roasted potatoes, and I'll either do those in the oven or I might just throw them in the air fryer. And the easy oven roasted potatoes are from Pillsbury.com, but I mean, it's not really a special recipe. It's basically just chopped up roasted potatoes. So you don't necessarily need the recipe for that. Let's see. Then Tuesday, we are doing Chipotle night. So that's what we do on every other Tuesday in between taco night. We do Chipotle every other Tuesday in between. So it's, when I call it Chipotle night, we're not actually ordering Chipotle. We're doing like a homemade Chipotle. So I'll do like broiled chicken. Like I take like chicken and season it and cut it up in like little pieces, like bite-sized pieces, and like broil it. And we'll do like the chicken, I'll do like black beans, I'll do rice, I'll do avocado, cheese, you know, all those kind of bowl toppings, and then everybody can make like their own like Chipotle bowl. So that's Tuesday. That's like one of my favorite dinners that we have. Then for Wednesday, we're doing baked chicken nuggets, which is from allrecipes.com, and it's a really good simple chicken nugget recipe. And it's like you actually use butter for instead of like egg to put the breadcrumbs on, but I use a lot less than it says, just enough to get the breadcrumbs to stick. So it kind of winds up being like a healthier chicken nugget, and it comes out really good. So that's baked chicken nuggets from allrecipes.com. And then on the side, I'm doing spinach with garbanzo beans. That's like a fresh spinach with like chickpeas, and you kind of mash them up a little bit, and it has like olive oil and some seasoning in it. That's from allrecipes.com also. And then we're also doing the carrot fries with those as well, and that is from foodnetwork.com. The actual recipe is called carrot fries with ketchup ranch, but as I've said before, I've never actually made the ranch side. I'm sure it's fine, I've just never done it. I just basically make like the carrot fries, and they do taste kind of similar to like a sweet potato fry. So that's for Wednesday. Thursday, we a lot of times do either soup and grilled cheese or breakfast for dinner on Thursdays. So this Thursday we're doing Instant Pot Tuscan white bean and lentil soup. It's really good soup, and it's literally got to be one of the easiest things in the world to make in the Instant Pot if you do have one. That recipe is from cookinglight.com. And then we're just doing regular grilled cheese on the side, so no recipe for that. And then the last meal on the meal plan, we are doing bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp, and that is from allrecipes.com. And one thing I have to say, one time I was making this recipe, I'm sure I've said this before, but I was making this recipe one time, and the shrimp that I got were, I forget, either too large or too small or whatever to like wrap with the bacon. So what I wound up doing is cutting it up in little squares and just kind of laying it over top of the shrimp and then baking it that way. And that's what I always do now because it's so much easier and it comes out really good, and you just kind of have like the bacon and the shrimp like almost like a sheet pan type thing. But so that's just a tip if you want to try and do it that way. It comes out really good because you could just grab a piece of bacon, grab a piece of shrimp. It doesn't have to be wrapped. But anyway, so we're doing the bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp, and then on the side with that I'm just doing a regular fried rice. I don't really have a recipe for that. It's just like a simple fried rice, like where I'll cook up some scrambled eggs and cook up some white rice, kind of stir fry it with some oil and then some soy sauce, and put like some mixed vegetables in there, and then add the eggs back in, and then just kind of serve that on the side with the shrimp. It's really good. It comes out, it kind of goes really good together. So that's it. That's the meal plan for this week. I really hope this was helpful to you in some way. If you have any feedback, or if you'd like to hear this in a different format, or if you have any other episode suggestions, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me at my Facebook page, which, as I mentioned, also you can find most of these recipes there as well. The Facebook page is facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. You can also join our private listeners group. There's a link to the group on the Facebook page, or you can go directly to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life and submit a request to join. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like the show, and any positive ratings would be much appreciated. And that's pretty much it for today. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.